I'm here in Montana, about an hour west of Billings, Montana, because I heard about these grain elevators here. These old grain elevators. These things are so amazing. There's 3 of these. There's a newer one also, but there's 3 of these wooden ones still left here. This is really so awesome. I drove about 8 hours to get here. It's 23 degrees out in the dead of winter, although there's not much snow on the ground at the moment. But it was a nippy night. I was out here photographing the Milky Way, the Geminid Meteor Shower, and the Northern Lights. I got quite the show last night. There will be some traffic going by here. This is on the, I'm not sure, I'm probably going to say it wrong. I'm probably going to butcher the name. It's Rapelje Highway, which is the name of the town. Of course, it's not the name of the town if I'm not saying it right, but you get the idea. It's kind of an interesting name. I'll have to find out the history behind it. But these are located just off the road, so there's some cars coming by once in a while. So awesome that these are still standing. I think there's only about 30% of these old grain elevators left that are still standing. Many of them have fallen apart through the years. For photography, you can shoot them facing north or facing south or facing just about whatever direction you want. There is some stuff kind of scattered around here. You'll see a couple trailers around here and some other miscellaneous items you'll want to try to avoid. You can see my truck there in the background. That's where I'd set up for the night, because I wanted to face north because of the aurora. Wintertime, I got a little bit of the winter Milky Way, which isn't as good as the rest of the year, but it's still really cool seeing the Milky Way in the sky. This one looks like it's gotten the front pulled off of it. Through the faded paint, you can still see some of the names. I think, if I recall right, these are all appropriately the Montana Elevator Company. You can see, well, maybe not. Scratch that. Something company. I had done some research. I guess I didn't do my research well enough. So let me look that up and I'll add it in on the text. They're not using these, although there's power lines still running to them. It's really neat. As I drove up, I could see these from quite a few miles away. You see them start poking up because it's really flat around here, this part of Montana, and there's like nothing up in the sky at all. So there's no big hills or anything. So as you're driving towards the town, you see these start to rise up over the horizon. You can see some new parts that have been added on. All of this looks new. It's not wooden. What's really makes for a great composition Let's try to get them at an angle. Look at that. See how neat that is. Now it looks really, that far one looks really close, but it's actually set a little ways away from the rest of them. But you can see how you can get 3 of them in a row here. It's really neat. And then there's this old Ford truck over there. It's kind of getting lost in the shadows here a little bit, but it's pretty neat to see. The train tracks that used to run through here have been removed, so there's no train coming through here anymore. You can hear a dog barking in the distance. There's a house right across the road here. No clouds this morning for sunrise. So it won't make for a spectacular sunrise, but what's nice is there was no clouds, so none of the meteors got blocked. The northern lights didn't get clouded out. So it made for a really great night. Ooh. But that early morning sunlight, that golden light reflecting off these really makes these stand out if you want to photograph them. This is a photograph I'm going to take. Somewhere in here, I'll see the house in the background. I'm probably going to move and angle myself just a little bit to knock that out of the way. Oh, there goes a truck going by. Let's catch the third of these gentle giants. The skyscrapers of the West. See my shadow in the background a little bit. One of my rare selfies. I like making videos and taking photos, but I don't necessarily care to be in them. I'm not sure if you can relate. So they've got a modern silo there, a couple of their smaller ones next to this one. This is, can you read that? Occident elevator? Is that what it is? Or Goodent elevator? No, it's got to be Occident. Occident elevator. But that other one didn't look like it had the words of Occident on it. Like I say, I'll do a little research before I publish it. Sorry for my voice. If I hadn't mentioned, it's 23 degrees out. My fingers are starting to freeze, and I guess my tongue is right behind it. So lots of ways to work these cool elevators. It was an 8-hour drive from me from northern Colorado to get here, but I would say it's so worth it. I enjoy finding these old buildings like this. Most of us don't enjoy getting old, but if you're like me, you enjoy seeing old things. Train track ran back through on this side, I believe. Probably where they emptied it out through that, like through those pipes coming out of the wall. some ways these are still in remarkable shape. I'll walk down to the fourth of these. It's the one, if you watch Sesame Street, it's the one that doesn't match. It's kind of shaped similar, but it's all covered in galvanized steel. When they made these initially, they were all wooden like this, but they lost a lot of them to fires. So they started covering them with galvanized steel. They were still wooden on the inside, but this steel helped protect them from catching on fire so easily. These three, though, look like they'd never gotten covered. Well, let me walk down to the other end. There's a trailer right here. It's gonna look ugly, so let me pause the video here for a second. We're back. Little technical difficulty there with my zoom button. It zoomed all the way in tight. Maybe the result of my frozen fingers. I'm not sure how many of these are left in Montana. There's still a few more. Some of them are still in some of the cities. This one's kind of nice because, I mean, there is a small little town here, but there's almost no light pollution here. So this makes her a really great photographic spot for Milky Ways and other events. Down where I was set up for the night, I kept hearing an owl through the night. So there's an owl, at least one owl around here. I don't know about you, but I find owls really cool. I guess I can't get out of the shadows. I'm trying to escape, but I'm captured in the video. And I'm walking backwards in the video. Oh yeah, you can see the siding coming off a little bit more up here. I remember from my woodwork class, is that like tongue and groove? Is that what they called? See the corners there, how they like interwove those? Well, these old grain elevators are definitely worth the drive. They were definitely worth freezing my fingers for. I plan on coming back here again myself. This is my first time here, but it won't be my last because I want to come and do some more photography here. Farmers Union. This one says Farmers Union on it. It's almost like each of these has like a different name on it. Could be wrong about that, but from the names I've seen, the writing I've seen so far, it seems like each one has its own name. Maybe put up by different companies or for different companies. And that dog must be getting tired because I believe that dog has barked all night long. He kept me company all night long. And I believe right now he's telling us goodbye. So as I say goodbye, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting. And please come back for more. Subscribe and share, comment and like, and tell your friends about Focal World. Definitely trying to grow the channel and get more subscribers. Till next time, thanks.